Hello, dear students, welcome. My name is Maruti Sadawar, Assistant Professor, AITM MBA. I will be taking sessions on integrated marketing communication. So, in continuation with our classroom sessions on integrated marketing communication on Module 1, Module 2, and Module 3. So, we will be discussing on the further modules, that is Module 4 on integrated marketing communication. So, let us start with Module 4. Now, Module 4 starts with the word called. Now, let us understand what is this direct marketing. Now, direct marketing, there are two words you can see here. One is direct, second one is marketing. Now, what is direct and what is marketing? So, marketing is a term which is known by you. Now, direct is a term also known by you. Now, if you add this direct and marketing, you will come to know what is this direct marketing. So, let us explore this direct marketing. To begin with, if you see, direct marketing is nothing but popular and widely used method by companies. Now, what kind of method is this? Now, as the name suggests, it is direct, means the communication, the efforts, the contacting to the customers and potential customers will be done directly by the companies. Here the middleman will not be used. So that is what is the meaning of direct marketing. So companies will take an effort of contacting customers and potential customers directly to the customers, okay, instead of going through middlemen. So that is what is direct marketing. So it is nothing but a method of contacting customers, potential customers personally than using middlemen from between company and consumers. Now, what are the examples of this direct marketing? So let us see what are the examples of this. So if you see, the mails, means the hard copy of mails what you receive at your doorstep are the examples for direct marketing. So the companies will send the product and service details directly to the doorstep of consumers. That is one form of one example of direct marketing. Now the second is telephone calls. So there are many companies which are doing this. You must have heard so many calls from credit cards. So many credit card companies use this telephone calling method of direct marketing to their customers and potential customers. So this is the second widely used method of direct marketing. So there are many benefits of this and many advantages. And about this direct marketing is features. So let us see what are the features, characteristics of direct marketing. So one by one we will see the features. The first feature is data driven. The first feature about direct marketing is data driven. Means here it is driven by the data. So a lot of data will be there, wherein using these data you can do the direct marketing. So the example may be database of the customers. So you have that data, you know which are the customers are using it, you know which are the potential customers. So it is driven by the data. So this is one feature. Second feature is targeting. Targeting is in direct marketing you can find out which are my customers and which are my potential customers. You can target them. So therefore it is called, the second feature is targeting. Means you can very well target your customer. The third is addressing. You have direct control over the customer and potential customer. The addressing becomes very effective. The feature of third becomes very important. Means you can address them very well because they are in front of you. You are directly contacting them. Whatever content you have thought to deliver to them, you can easily address them. So therefore, the capability of addressing in direct marketing is very high. So that is the third feature. Fourth is messaging. So you can message your customers directly because it is a direct marketing. You have directly contact with the customers. If there are some offers, if there is something, anything is there. So as you are in contact with the customers, the capability of messaging, the feature of this is very high. So therefore, the feature of direct marketing is also messaging. You can message your customers and potential customers about the offers, discounts, okay, new products. Third is, the next one is measurement. The next feature is measurement. In this measurement, you can see how many of them have seen this, how many of them have replied to this, how many of them would like to take it. Okay, so would like to recommend it. So this is the next feature of direct marketing. That is called feature of direct marketing. There is also next feature about direct marketing, that is one-to-one communication. The biggest advantage of direct marketing is one-to-one communication. You can communicate to the customer one-to-one basis. In this one offer, depending on the loyalty, depending on the purchasing capability, depending on the customer potential, you can communicate one-to-one basis. Okay, so that becomes very effective, and the customer will also feel respected that one-to-one communication is happening. I am being respected. I am being contacted directly by the company. So this is the biggest feature of direct marketing. The next is personalization. Personalization means you can change the method of communication to depending on customer. Suppose one customer understands in a different way, the technical way, you can tell him technically, or his requirement is different. You can personalize depending on his requirement, and you can sell your product, or you can communicate him in a better way. So that is personalization. This is the biggest advantage in this direct marketing, that companies can personalize the message depending on the customer requirement, depending on the customer profile, depending on the customer purchase history. So this is the most important feature of the direct marketing, personalization, because what one expects depends on the other customer is completely different. The customer next door may be expecting something else. So therefore personalization will become very effective tool in direct marketing. If you see the next feature, it is compelling offer. Compelling offer means depending on the requirement of the customer, you can offer him a very compelling proposition. On this compelling proposition, the customer can think that yes, this is a wonderful offer given by the company and I should go for it. So therefore, if you see in direct marketing, the response is very high, the engagement is very high, because the companies can offer a very compelling proposition scheme to the customer, because they are directly in contact with the customer, they understand the requirement. The next is feature is call to action. Call to action means if you consider many options, here you can directly induce them to take action. So you can request them, you can induce them, you can do a kind of an activity wherein they feel interested, and when you are directly in contact with them, you can communicate what is the importance of this and how many days this offer is going to be valid, and you can influence them to take action. So action in terms of buying, rebuying, or influencing his friends and relatives to buy for it, or his recommendation. So any kind of action you can do through this kind of direct marketing. So that is one of the features. The one more next feature is direct response. Direct response means in other media, through indirect medium, will not be able to understand what is the response of the customers. So it is very difficult to find the response of the customer, whether they like it, whether they want to go for it, or they are not interested in it. These all kind of things we can understand in the direct response. So the feature of direct marketing is when we approach directly to the customer, we know how much they are interested, whether they would like to go for it, or whether they are not interested in this kind of a product. Everything will be understood by the company. Okay, when company representative directly meets the customer, when he is doing direct marketing, he will understand what is the response of the customer, whether he is interested, he is not interested, he is more interested, he wants right now. So this kind of a direct response is the biggest feature of direct marketing. Next is the feature in this is response tracking. If you see the response tracking, here you can track the response of the customers. So this is the biggest advantage here. So you can track whatever response they are giving, and you can finally understand so whether this kind of a product, what kind of offering should be there, how should we communicate, what is the method in the future to use, so that we can track the response and we can communicate better in the next time. Okay, so I will just summarize what are the features of direct marketing. So the first feature what we are seeing is the data driven. It is driven by the data. So data is used in this here. So therefore it is called as a data driven feature. Next is targeting. We can target well here because it is direct marketing. We are going to directly approach the customer. Therefore the second feature is targeting capability. The third feature is addressing. So we can address them directly. So the capability of addressing is very high, and the way we want to address, we can address them. The next feature is messaging. So the content of message, the delivery of the message, the timing of the message, everything, the control is in your hand. Therefore the messaging feature is also feature of direct marketing. The measurement. Okay, so the understanding measuring how much is reached and how much is pending and how many are responding. So all this we can easily measure because we are in directly contact with the customers. One-to-one communication. This feature is very unique because to induce one person we have to do one-to-one communication. One communication to all may not be effective for some products. So some products may be very technical which needs one-to-one communication. We have to go to the customer, we have to understand the requirement, we have, depending on the customer requirement, we have to suggest the proper product to them. Depending on the proper product, the customer will take a decision. All product to one customer may not be suitable for some products and some features. So therefore, if you want to be very effective, then this one-to-one communication is a very biggest feature for this direct marketing. Then personalization feature. In this we can see that the requirement of one company to the other, the customer may vary, the requirement may vary. So we have to personalize the message what we are going to communicate to them. And then compelling offer, depending on the requirement, depending on the order size, depending on their profile, we can give them compelling offer because we can get that kind of a return from the customer. And then call to action. So call to action is nothing but we can influence them to buy right now, or we can influence them to buy at an immediate effect because the offer may be there or may not be there in the long term. Then direct response. As you are directly in contact with the customers, you can see the response is direct and we can understand what kind of a response we are giving. Response tracking. So in direct marketing, it is very easy to track the response. Okay, so these are the features of direct marketing. Let us move forward. We have understood what is direct marketing. Direct marketing is nothing but a method of contacting directly to the customer or potential customer. Okay, so next we have understood what are the features of direct marketing. Now let us understand what are the advantages of direct marketing. What are the advantages and disadvantages of direct marketing? Okay, so there are some pros are there are some cons are there. So let us see what are the advantages of this direct marketing. Let us also see what are the disadvantages of this direct marketing. So the first one is we will see what are the advantages first, then we will move to the disadvantages. So the first advantage of direct marketing is focus limited resources on targeted promotion. So we can, our resources, whatever we have the resources, we can focus the limited resources on the targeted promotion. Suppose we have planned to do promotion, we wanted to communicate to the customer, we can focus our limited resources. So we can use our resources properly, we can utilize our resources properly, and we can focus on this and do the targeted promotion. So instead of doing across, wasting our resources and money, we can focus these resources to a limited target where we find that this is very potential customers and this requirement is very high from this side. So therefore, the first advantage of this is we can focus our limited resources to the targeted promotion. In indirect marketing, what happens is it may not be the case. We may not be able to understand this. Okay, so the advantage of direct marketing here is we can focus on the limited resources for the targeted promotion. Now, what is the second advantage? The second advantage is can personalize the marketing message. As we have seen the features, the biggest advantage of direct marketing is we can personalize the feature. Okay, suppose we want to do some kind of marketing. We want to communicate our communication and personalize the communication. So the biggest advantage in direct marketing is personalization, because what we offer to one company may vary from the what we offer to the second company, because depending on their history, depending on their purchase, our offering may change, or our product quality depending on their requirement we may vary. So therefore the personalization is the biggest advantage. Now third advantage is relatively easy to measure response and success. So here in direct marketing it is very easy for us to measure the response and success rate. Okay, so it is very easy compared to other methods of marketing. In direct marketing, it is very easy to measure the response. We can easily measure. So this is the biggest advantage of direct marketing. Easy to measure what we are doing, our efforts, whether they are useful or no, whether these efforts are fruitful or no. So these all things we can measure. Okay, so this is the biggest advantage of direct marketing, and whether this communication, what we are doing, is it successful or no, that also we can understand. That is the biggest advantage of the direct marketing. The next advantage of direct marketing is easy to test differentiated marketing messages. Easy to test different marketing messages. Now we want to test different marketing messages. So this becomes very useful for this. Means it is an advantage where we can send different messages to different companies. So you can vary your messages. Okay, you can change your messages. So that is one advantage of this direct message, direct marketing. Then the one more advantage of direct marketing is cost effectiveness. If you see the cost effectiveness, the customer database is well managed. Here there is a caution. So when you are using direct marketing, the cost can be high also, the cost can be low also. If the database is managed very well, if you know who are the right customers, who are the right potential customers, then the cost will be less. But if the database or the focus on the customer or segmentation targeting is not proper, then data will be the amount what you spend on this, the cost will be very high, the budget will be very high for this direct marketing. So depending on your effectiveness, on the way you manage your data, the way you manage, it becomes very cost effective. Okay. Now we will see some of the disadvantages of direct marketing. The first is response rate vary enormously. When you see the response rate, okay, in direct marketing, so this is very different. So the one response what you get from the customer is different from the another customer. So this is a different. It varies enormously. So that is what is a disadvantage of this. Response rates vary enormously. The second is when you are doing direct marketing, when you are directly going to the customer, there is also a feeling from the customer mind that the negative image of this, example, junk mail, email spam. Okay, when you get telemarketing calls, you have seen the image about the company. Okay, may not be high because we think that the company is in need of us, the company may not have the good product, so therefore they are calling us so much, daily they are sending so many emails, they are doing so many telecalls. Okay, so this may also go into junk, this may also irritate the customers, this may also may be a disturbance created in the mind of the customer. So therefore you would have to be very careful when doing direct marketing. They should not be irritated. So this is one kind of a disadvantage if you are doing direct marketing, if you are calling them, if you are sending junk mails, if you are sending directly, because now here the customer is sensitive. Okay, he may be requiring email. As I previously said, if your database is not maintained properly, then this will become disadvantage. Okay, if you have not maintained the proper database of targeted customer segmentation, then what will happen is this kind of things will happen. So you may reach this kind of situation wherein the negative image about this junk email or the email is spent directly by the companies, this can be a disadvantage. Okay, so the company has to be very careful in doing this. Negative image about junk email and email spam, so the customer may not take it in a positive way. The one more disadvantage is databases are expensive to maintain and keep accurate. So this is the biggest disadvantage. To maintain a database, it is very expensive. To find right customers, to find the right customer profiles, to maintain their database, to maintain their data, it is very expensive. So therefore, this is a biggest disadvantage in direct marketing. Okay, so here you have a headache of maintaining database. You have to manage the database, you have to keep changing, you have to update your database because people will be changing their email, will be changing their phone numbers, people will be changing their addresses. Okay, so they will be location will be shifting. So therefore, your data, maintaining this data, it is very challenging, it is little bit difficult. So therefore, it little disadvantages in this kind of a case. Okay, so we have portion in this. The next portion of the session is the direct marketing strategies and media. What are the strategies used by the direct marketing? So let us see what are the direct marketing strategies. Now here if you see, what do you mean by strategy? Okay, so strategy is nothing but plan of action. Okay, it is a plan of action. Means suppose something we want to do, so that plan is nothing but a strategy. So that plan okay, of doing something is nothing but a strategy. Now, what is the plan of action of direct marketing? Now, what are the options are there? What are the different strategies are there by the direct marketing? Okay, so if we see, there are many strategies will be done by the companies. Okay, so they use direct email method, they use telecalling method, they use emails. Okay, so there are many methods will be used by the companies. Now, what are the proper? If you categorize them broadly, now there are two ways you can do this direct marketing strategy. Okay, so we have categorized as depending on the this thing. Okay, so there are two major categories of direct marketing strategies. One category is one-step approach. Okay, the first category is one-step approach. The second category is two-step approach. So broadly classified into two categories: one-step approach and two-step approach. What is this one-step approach? Let us see what is this one-step approach. As the name suggests, here the medium used is directly to approach a company and get the offer. Okay, it is only one step. Means the company, customer, you approach the customer, get an order. Okay, so medium used to directly get an order. Means there is a company, there is a customer, you approach the customer directly and you get an order. Okay, so you have seen many Eureka Forbes companies. To give an example, this is one step approach. Means they have appointed the sales representative under them. These sales representative also called feet on street. These people will go door to door. So these are the company employed salespeople. Directly they will give the demo to the customers. The customer, if he likes, immediately he will place the order to the salesperson. So therefore it is called as a one-step approach. So this is one of the biggest strategies used by the Eureka Forbes. From many years they are doing this. Okay, so you are seeing the Eureka Forbes using this one-step approach for many years, and it is very effective for them. There are many advantages what they are saying because of kind of a product you have. If your product is requiring this kind of explanation, if kind of a product application, then you have to definitely go for this kind of a direct marketing, wherein you can directly go to the customer, explain the product, show them the demo. Okay, and if there are any doubts, you clear their doubts. Okay, you show them how it, what are the different benefits of this product, what are the different uses of this product, and when they are convinced about, when they see the product, when they use the product, when they use this demo, okay, they get convinced, and when they get convinced, they can directly place an order with the company representative. So therefore this is the first strategy of direct marketing. Okay, so therefore it is called a direct marketing strategy. The first strategy is one step approach method. Okay, so the medium used here, directly get an order, means directly company, they will go to the customer, they will convince the customer, they will do the demonstration. If the customer likes it, directly they will place the order. Therefore this is the one step approach. Now what is the second method? The second method is two-step approach. What is this two-step? There are two steps are there. There's step 1 and step 2. So company does some strategy here. So when you directly go to the customer, customer may not entertain you because he may not know which company you are, what products you are, whether it is a genuine company or no. So in these cases, these two steps will be used. What is this two step? One medium may be used to find and screen qualified buyers. Now what will be done is the first step, initial step. So one method we will be using, one kind of a medium we will be using. The medium will be used to find and screen the qualified buyers. We try to find and screen the qualified buyers. It is like a lead generation, finding the interested customers through email, that is one medium, or through telecalling. Okay, so one step we will be using, means one medium we will use to find out who are the customers who are in the need of these kind of products and services, then screening them. Okay, so this is the first step, therefore it's called two step. The first step will be done then. What is the second step? Second medium is designed to generate the response. Now through the telecalling, through the email, through the direct method, you have generated interest among the customers. Now customers know about you, customers know about the product, you know about the feature, but now still you are not getting the response. So that is a challenge. Now you use the second strategy, that is called two-step strategy here. First step is used to generate an interest, create an awareness about the products and services among the customers. Now second step will be used to close this. What is the second step is you go use the second step to get a response. Now here you use a direct second step, maybe say salesperson or personal visit. So you use one more medium, second medium to get a response. So that is therefore it is called a two-step approach. One step will be used to create an interest, create an awareness among customers. Then they will get interest among them. They get to know what is there. And the second step will be used to get a response. Means either you use a sales force wherein they go to these customers who are interested, who are qualified, who are screened, who say that we want to see the product, we want to see the demo. After then only we will give the order. Then second step will be the person from the company will come here. He will show them the demo. He will show them how it works, and depending on them, they can place an order. So this is the second step. So the company, if you see, they use this strategically. So one is using a direct method, that is called one-step approach, wherein directly you go to the customer. Only one medium you use. Maybe say Salesforce. Salesforce will go directly and they will convince them and they will get the order. Then only one medium is used. Therefore, it is called one-step approach. The second step approach, that is two-step approach, is one media is used to find and screen the qualified buyers. Means here the buyers will be qualified, they will be screened and they will be found out. The list will be made. The second medium will be used, maybe say salesperson, personal visit to the customers. This second medium will be used to meet the customers and get the direct response. Means to convert those interested people who are in this. Use will be used. Okay, so we are seeing this direct marketing strategy. Basically, there are two steps are here broadly classified: one-step approach and two-step approach. One-step approach, directly you go get an order. Second is one media you use to find and qualify the customers. Second you use to get the response. So these are the two direct marketing strategies. Okay.
Thank you.